Go. What's going on, you boys? My name's Scrub, and I'm a content creator, upcoming content creator for Fortnite. I also like to mess around a little bit in pubs.
Hey guys, I'm Patty. I'm just a regular Fortnite player. I don't do anything competitive, but I'm just here. I do creative mostly. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Backspace. I'm an upcoming comp player, hopefully content creator if I learned how to edit.
All right. Now, what we all got introductions in today. Now, let's start off with a couple simple topics. Like, in your opinion, how do you feel about the current state of the game? Me personally, I feel like the game can definitely be improved, but I see where Epic's going with listening to the community more.
Um, what I think is with this recent patch, the game is starting to maybe take a step forward with things that people actually do have problems with, like such things as controller on PC aim assist being stronger than those on console, and other other stuff like that. I think the main stuff is starting to really be listened to in a way, and I think it could be a step forward. Hopefully they keep listening to the community.
Sure, for sure.
I mean, I think it's going in the right direction, but like with say like the aim assist update, some players feel like they haven't really made a difference. Some players like Unknown Army think they made it stronger, but like I feel like they're getting the right idea by trying to listen to their players and trying to make the game better for everyone.
Yeah, I agree with that. They definitely. I mean, I'm more of a hybrid player myself, and these are and you both guys are both controller players. But like from a keyboard standpoint, if you were in a box with another controller player, well, with a controller player, put down the keyboard. Just give up.
Cue for the next match.
Just queue for the next match. Yeah, like Amos,
Leave,
they
just put
definitely
a
need to.
Fortnite, honestly.
Yeah, they definitely need to work with it because like gaming companies that make monitors and stuff are planning on releasing a 360 hertz monitor, and if Amos's scales with hertz and frames, God knows what like the top tier pros who can afford the best PCs are gonna be like. It's gonna be actual aimbot.
Yeah, honestly.
But I'm glad to see that they're making changes, and I'm glad to see that they're trying to listen. Like they're giving content creators like Kiwis, the Fortnite guy, people like that. They're giving them personal patch notes in their emails. Anyone with support a creator code, they're giving them personal patch notes, and I really like that because they can actually sit down, break them down to their viewers. And it says little Jimmy being like, "Oh my God, they broke the game," and going on Twitter and complaining. I mean,
Honestly, I feel like any big content creators should have contact with at least one employee who works in that kind of area, and like where they release patch notes and stuff like that. And I think that they should be able to consult with them, and then if their reasoning is valid, I think they should take that into consideration, especially because only two or three, probably more now, percent of the game is full of people who stream or create content and stuff like that, especially the big ones. So I think they should have some type of access to somebody who can listen and help them with patch notes and stuff like that.
yeah, kind of like what Ninja used to be when he was the biggest Twitch streamer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like there should be like kind of like a group chat full of like the biggest content creators. Like I'm talking about maybe 2 million subs and more,
Yeah,
maybe
but
even
then
less.
again, there's not too many content creators have more than 2 million on this. It should be like maybe like 500K up should have some type of say in it because it's still a big fan base, and obviously most people are going to listen to the big streamers anyways.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing that they're sharing it with like content creators because like these are the same people that built this game from the ground up, and it wouldn't be where it was without them.
Yeah, like
Like,
look at Ninja, look at Myth. Like they are the people that brought more people into this game.
Yeah, they popularized the game so much, and people actually like listen to their opinions only because of the fact that they built the biggest fan base off of it. So even if it's wrong, even though I don't believe they say the wrong thing, but people will believe them for what they say because of the fact that they have that kind of fan base on them.
Yeah. Now, do you guys think there's gonna be another World Cup?
Yes. I feel like
Yes.
there would be no way there wouldn't be another World Cup. They wouldn't just host the biggest like tournament of all of Fortnite only once. I mean, there's a bunch of FNCSs. I mean, clearly they're gonna qualify for something. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, and there should be one event in the game per year that it should be the biggest event in the world, and the World Cup is that. And even if they something happens or something keeps going where they can't have a land event, that it could be online. Only thing is, they won't mix servers like NA East and West and then EU because of ping and stuff like that. But should at least do something.
I mean, they definitely got to kind of keep it land for that sheer fact though, because like you just
Hmm.
said, like the different regions can't come together. So
Yeah.
so you can't place Mongrel against Benji, and then we'll never know who really deserves that. Um, not Benji, Booga. Sorry, I stuttered a little bit. You can't place Booga versus Benji or Mongrel because that they're two different regions. The pings would just not be fair. They need to have a LAN event because that's where the most skill is shown when it's not fully ping.
Yeah, and I feel like the Fortnite can't keep these server based events for too long because in a way the best of each server is kind of already established due to like FNCS solos, duos, squads. It's all going to be established soon anyways. So I think there should be a land event, with the World Cup again.
Okay.
I feel like the World Cup, like the next one that's gonna happen, is gonna be like a little bit more entertaining because now all like the pro players have developed new techniques, new skills. It's gonna be a lot more entertaining and a lot more sweaty.
For sure, it's definitely
Yeah.
not going to be just one person having a 20-point lead and just like being able to look on his phone at memes.
Yeah, I feel.
But in your opinion, who do you think's going to win it?
My opinion,
Yeah.
Benji.
Ooh, Benji
Yeah,
Fishy from
I
Europe.
I think Benji.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a actual like guess, but like I think in the past year since the World Cup, lot of there's been a lot of new people like coming up. Like I don't think before last year's Cup, I don't even think Unknown Army was even all that big.
No, he wasn't.
He was a controller player coming up after the fact like of the World Cup and stuff like that. So I think it could end up being somebody who only came up big after last year's Cup. I don't even think it could be like anybody like Booga, Mongrel, Clicks. I don't think it could be any of those people. I mean, it could, but I mean, I feel like these new people are really starting to get a chance here.
For sure, because like kids like get to sit in creative for like 14 hours and practice a lot. But I'm definitely gonna go with because I like how you went with like how Unknown Army was small and like up and coming. I think it's gonna be a controller player that's up and coming that's gonna win this time. Like Unknown
I don't know if
Army,
it's going to be a controller player winning, but I do see more of the controller players qualifying for World Cup for
yes.
sure.
If Aim Assist stays in the state it is right now, controller players will take over World Cup. No matter
They
like
could.
the reason I'm saying that is because like keyboard players are good for endgame, but when that keyboard player runs out of mats and has to get into someone's box to get some mats, if they jump into a controller player's box, they lose 90%
Yeah.
of the time.
It can't even be just that either. There's actually skilled controller players out there, and if they balance aim assist with skill with controller players, I think that the skillful ones should be more deserving of qualifying.
For sure, for sure.
I
Like,
mean, that's even a rough subject at itself. Like even if they wanted to like nerf aim assist, they could do it to the point where it's not even worth playing on controller anymore. Where it's like they can leave it as is, and then nobody wants to play on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
It's kind of
I
aim assist
kind
has
of
always
hard.
been a touchy thing in the community.
hundred
Like
percent,
there's a lot of so many different perspectives on how it should be.
100% right there. Because like if they bring aim assist to the same level where it is on console right now, that would honestly be just some of the greatest changes. Because like overall, it's still gonna be better to play PC with controller over compared to console, but you won't have that ginormous skill gap because like people on console who have really high stats and want to go play pubs, they're gonna get into controller on PC lobbies, and the aim assist difference is just not even fair. Like I personally have switched from console to PC, and I put controller on both, and the difference that I see is astronomical. Like I
Yeah.
actually have to use big words on how the difference is, and I'm only on 144 frames to 120. So like I'm not even getting the full effect, and that's the crazy part.
Yeah, yeah, frames, input lag on the console.
Yeah,
It plays a factor in a lot of things, even like especially end games and stuff like that. Console players will fall a lot faster than anybody who's on anything more than 120 frames easily.
no, 100%. Mobile players have a better frames than console, but good news though for console players who want to like stay on it, like the professional console players who like it, like Nutty, Tuxie, 60 frames with a Dream. They're all getting 120 frames with this new console coming out. Whether they're
Yeah,
Xbox or PS4, a new console's coming out for both ends that's gonna be able to run 120 frames
and I think it's gonna be a big breakthrough for whoever's playing on console too. So
for sure, 100%.
yeah.
So personally, how do you guys feel about the changes on heavy snipe, and how do you think it's gonna impact, and how do you think it's gonna impact games not only competitively but also pub wise?
Well, before we answer that question, what changes exactly did they make to the heavy snipe?
The heavy snipe, instead the gold and purple versions have been nerfed. The purple version does 126 to a body, and the gold version does 132, I think, to a body. So they
Well,
I
nerfed
mean,
it a big amount.
yeah,
I feel like it's huge because like people in pubs or competitive, they can get sniped to the body and it won't feel like the end of the world. It wouldn't feel like you're about to get sent back to the lobby. Like you actually have a chance. Like if you were to pop two minis, you would actually feel safe running around.
and I think for a while I've seen content creators that, when they're in a fight and they're low and then they end up taking a medkit and minis and they always complain, oh my god, I can still get one shot by a heavy snipe. And 150, honestly, should be good health not to be one shotted by anything unless it's like a headshot snipe. But I mean, like, I don't think I really didn't think, before this patch, I didn't think a body shot of anything should kill somebody with one shot.
Not
It's
at all.
kind of
You're so right. You're
it's
right
kind of
there.
it's kind of overpowered in a way.
Yeah, especially when with the meta of double heavy sniping. Like you're not if you're playing endgame, you're not always able to carry big pots, white heals, and minis. Like yeah, you can if you're lucky enough, but you're not always going to be carrying that. So the
Yeah, exactly.
average player in endgame is sitting around 150, and if you get that double heavy snipe and you get people who know how to not I wouldn't say abuse it, but like really use that tactic to their advantage, then they're gonna really wipe out a good amount of that lobby and be so high on storm surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could end up making end games last longer and probably end up being, you know, worse in some ways, because of frames and lag and stuff like that. But honestly, it just had to be done.
For sure, for sure. I also I think the only people that are gonna really like dislike that update where the heavy sniper does less damage would be the trick shot community.
Yeah.
They're not big, but we still have to respect them because they do bring life to this game, nonetheless.
Yeah, but then again, the biggest population of players are upcoming or already competitive players anyways,
For
and
sure.
I feel like
Eh,
even though I shouldn't say they should have a bigger say, but I mean like it kind of makes the game what it is, especially financially wise too.
yes, because competitive brings in more money overall with being able to like broadcast it and just getting all the ads, commercials on your Twitch stream. Like World Cup had almost 300,000 people viewing it, if not more, and then there
Yeah,
was people at the venue that they made more money, and it was a $30 million prize pool.
exactly.
All right. Um. Okay. Who do you think's gonna either do really good in the solo FNCS or even potentially win it?
Hmm.
Me personally, who I think is gonna do really good, and I'm gonna be called a bandwagon for this one is Kanata. Kanata, I feel like he's gonna do good. I feel like Clicks is gonna do good. and I also feel like Unknown Army is gonna do good. I feel like those are
We
gonna be
talking
like
about
in the top 10.
we talking about NA East here?
We're talking about yeah, NA East, and we'll go over to like other servers. Because personally, I don't know a whole lot of pros other than East.
Hmm.
Yeah, and like them Kanata clicks on an army, they're all cash cup stompers in a way, and FNCS almost is like that in a way, and especially with the performance that they've had in duos as well.
Oh yeah,
I think they could end up doing good in solos, given that they know what they're doing during the game.
I
yeah
feel
for
like
sure.
my top two picks for NA East to do good in solo FNCS would be either Zexro or Ruga, maybe.
Hmm.
I feel like
I don't
Zexro
see a
can do
big
it
name
all.
winning solo F in CS though.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I feel like Buka lost his touch.
I won't say he
Like I
lost
just
his
feel like
touch, but he's
so
not.
many people, people are coming up so fast when it comes to skill that Buka is not his. He's just not like super far ahead of anybody anymore.
I feel
Yeah.
like Buga, in my opinion, is not washed in the slightest or or losing his touch at all. It's
No,
just
he's people are just catching up.
yeah, it's just that I feel like he's losing motivation to play this game. I
Yeah.
feel like that's one big issue because like once like back when Lucky Landing was a thing, he really enjoyed this game. Back when like the old map and all that, he really enjoyed this game, and I feel like that's like really what urged him to try all the time. Like, but nowadays, like with all the issues with lag and the servers, and even just with the new meta, I feel like he's just kind of becoming like a lot of other pros and just like being really demotivated to play this game.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
So
gotta say, it'll make me like I wouldn't mind if they bring back the old map. The game would make the game so much more interesting. A lot of people would be so excited to see their old POIs, their favorite places to land.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Like,
especially with the new skill. Imagine what they could do with the old map too. It's things that the skill that they got now in this new map. I just want to see what they would do with this old one. How they would do.
yeah.
I agree with that. But here's a good one for you boys. Here's a good one. In your opinion, what do you think Fortnite can do to better the game? Not just for you, but for either everyone or for a very large amount of people, whether it's creative, pubs, or comp.
Hmm.
Um, I what I noticed in the times that I've played this game,
Mm-hmm.
they added very few. This is in regards to Fortnite listening to people. I think they should make more surveys based on current things in the game and what they should do. Because I think in the time that I've played, I've only filled out maybe two, maybe three surveys, and I feel like they should give more of that to people just so they can listen. Because honestly, I personally couldn't even think of specific things that should be fixed. I just really think it should be the mass that should be deciding what can happen, especially because they're the ones that got the game in the first place.
True.
Another thing I feel like they should add is like they should probably like dot servers around the U.S. Just like for people that live far away from the servers, they're basically like bad ping and they can't really do anything about it. But if they were to like put servers in a lot more places, it would be a lot more fair for all types of players.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a lot more different, like a lot of places. Spread them out. Like the East and the West servers are in states that touch each other. Like Ohio and West Virginia are next to each other. And what
Yeah,
was the other ones? Washington and Oregon, I do believe, touching each other. Like they should have, like they could have those servers, one in northern, like northeast and southeast, one northwest, one northeast, north south. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Just put
southwest. I'm
one in
sorry.
each corner.
Yeah, put one in
Put
each
one in
corner
each.
and then put one dead in the middle. Like I don't know, Kansas. I don't know what the middle American flag looks. I mean, American states looks like. You know what I mean?
yeah, and people like it's almost like people who want a competitive like boost in their gameplay. I like they're I've heard of people like moving like switching states just so that they can do better, and I feel like people shouldn't really have the need to do that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They should. People should not be limited on what they can do because of where they live. Like we're Florida players, and I pay a lot for internet compared to the average person with zero ping in Ohio, and I get 30 ping in creative and 60 in pubs.
Yeah.
Just kind of how far away I live.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, if I had the choice, and not only that, another thing I feel like they should really do, and this is gonna be from my stance as a comp player, is I feel like they should either nerf mythic weapons in comp only, or completely remove them. Like keep the POIs, but like remove the mythic weapons, or just nerf them a little bit. I feel like the
I
boom
like.
bow is balanced in a good amount, and I feel like the heavy AR is balanced. The grappler, not so. Like the grappler take can use charges, like kind of recharge. Like you get 10 charges, and then you have to recharge it. Like you
Yeah,
wait
and
over
I
time.
still feel like they should keep them in pubs only because of the fact that people who play pubs, they try to have more fun than those who play competitive, and in a way, they are considered like quote unquote fun weapons, but like if they can't just be super overpowered just because they're mythic.
100% yes. They need to. I agree to keep them exactly how they are in pubs, because pubs is for fun. Like pubs should, be like where you can grab your friends and just go mess around. And if you want to try hard, you can. But when it comes to a point where overpowered items can literally be the make or break of your tournament, where it is real life money, life changing types of money in these prize pools, I feel like overpowered weapons should not be allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just to add on that, I feel like not only should overpowered weapons be like taken out of comp, like so should like henchmen and like different bosses. Because I've died to henchmen countless number of times,
Oh
and
yes,
I just can't do anything about it.
I agree so much with like henchmen being not, I wouldn't say fully removed. If they're gonna remove the mythic weapons, then for sure remove the henchmen too, and like obviously the boss too, because there would be no reason to have to kill the boss if there's no henchman. I mean, if there's no mythic weapon, and then that would just like grief a lot of places. But for sure, like they need to change, in my opinion, the henchmen, because it's ridiculous on how you see some of these henchmen moving. Like I've actually watched a henchman full wipe pros in a squad. They were playing. I watched a clip. It was Booga. It was Stretch. And there was like two other pros in this squad, and they all died to henchmen for not having mats and just the henchmen having better aim, and it was insane. And I've also
yeah.
just me playing personally, I can just see how much a henchman can take you from 200 health to zero in a matter of a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Like I can
I've
say to
Yeah.
also seen,
like, go ahead.
I've also seen like a clip of a streamer playing like the duo cash cup.
Yeah.
He was launch padding away from agency to go land on a build fight. He got sniped out the air by a henchman.
Oh
Like that's
God.
actually kind of ridiculous.
It's 100%.
I think
Like I
just
couldn't
keep
do
them in
that if I
pubs,
tried.
man. Just keep these things in
Keep
pubs.
him in
Just keep it for the
pubs,
fun people.
or even just like lower their aggro rate. I don't agree that if a henchman can break my last wall. Like I mean, if it's a beginning game fight at Grotto, you don't have a lot of mats. You are extremely low on mats, and if you're trying to box to like heal up or even res, and you're just low on mats, ammo, health, all of that, because this happens in a like a beginning game fight. If you're low on that, a henchman I feel like should not be able to pickaxe your wall, or even pickaxe like non-player builds. They shouldn't even have
Yeah.
pickaxes.
Honestly.
Like these henchmen have full loadouts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they could see me on like the builds at Grotto. I can run all the way across, and I feel like sometimes they chase me all the way, and like sometimes just break through your roof, drop a minigun right in your head. It's like you don't got any mats. What are you gonna do?
especially when you're landing from a bus and you scuff your drop. Oh, those henchmen, regardless,
They don't
they'll
know
end up
reason.
killing you somebody with just a pickaxe.
No mercy.
Honestly, yo, finish him.
But yeah, so that actually reminds me. It's like I feel like if we were to remove the bosses with the mythic guns and the henchmen, like there's got to be a place for the key card if you want the vault to still be there. So I feel like if you were to have a vault key card, it should come out of like, say, a random henchman chest out of anywhere in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't think you should have to kill a 600 HP boss for a key card.
Well, actually, I kind of agree with what they did where the boss is holding the key card because, like, first off, you can get griefed. Like, what if like one random person gets the key card and then they just dip? You're like, if you land somewhere like yacht, your drop's completely done. But another thing I really agree that one thing I really think they should do is stop. Like, okay, I understand that you want to keep the storyline of Fortnite going and that you want to keep like the suspension going, like where the black hole changed the map and where these things just happened, right? But I feel like they should keep the story mode out of competitive because where they moved Meow Schools into the little box place all the way down, like probably about 1,200 meters away from yacht. Any duo that regularly landed yacht, that drop is completely done for.
Yeah.
So you have people who put in 100 hours of constantly landing drop, yacht in scrim after scrim after scrim, and then all of a sudden be like, oh hey, Deadpool's here. Let's not add him in competitive, but let's take Meow Schools, his rifle, and the key card all the way about 1,200 meters away. So you
Yeah,
get no vault and you don't get the mythic weapon if that's what you're there for.
yeah, it's like it's pretty much griefed, pretty like honestly.
100%. Um. Okay. What is your guys' favorite season? I'm personally gonna go with season 5.
Season
No. I'm gonna go with season 7. I'm sorry.
I'm also gonna say season 7.
I'm gonna say season 9,
Season 9.
but specifically because like I developed like a personal connection to like the POIs and like ballers. It's like I may not have been the best player at the time, but like ballers made the game so much more fun. It's like Neil tilted, there were slipstreams, like you had to catch a baller because they were floating in the slipstreams. It was fun to me, and I just enjoyed the game a lot at that time.
And I feel like in season 7, I honestly I don't think anything was like dramatically overpowered, and as well there was also things in the game that were balanced like mobility, loot drops and stuff like that. Everything was just good,
Yeah.
and I like the luxury of having siphon per kill, cause so that you don't grief your own game in the beginning, especially when you're dropping with somebody, and then you just finish a fight and you're literally on like 30 or below HP, and I kind of like that luxury.
100%.
I
I
mean,
liked getting the extra health, but
I mean,
I'm gonna say season 7 because like what Patrick said, the mobility like planes. The only real overpowered thing was probably planes, and they
Yeah,
nerfed them, which was a great nerf. They didn't take them out. They nerfed them to where they needed to be. And another reason I
yeah,
really like season 7, there was no OP people. Like nobody was to the skill gap where you have to have 3,000 mats just to take on a fight. If you have 100 mats, you're good for a build fight. Nobody knows how to crank 90s. Nobody knows how to like really do anything except for boxing up. And box fights
yeah.
weren't really a thing. People didn't know how to do right hand peeks. It was window edits.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe a
I
fun
mean,
door here and
wise,
there.
season 7 was really my favorite season. I had
Yeah,
the
I
most
mean,
fun there.
same.
if I'm right, that's the season that added the boombox, and then they immediately took it out
No, the
because they
boombox was
realized
added
that
in that season. A
everybody
lot of things
hated
were added
it.
in that season.
That was cancer.
Yeah, I mean that's a memory that should just That should just be a distant memory, to be honest.
It just made a lot of people slam a 1G in their monitor.
Oh god, you guys, we keep mentioning clips. I'm gonna have to go on out and find these clips now. Post editing, boys. Thanks. Just put all the work on me, right?
A lot of people punching through their monitors because of boom boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But alright, we're gonna do one more Fortnite topic, and then we're gonna do two more questions, and I think we're gonna move on to some real life things. So
Yeah.
one of the last Fortnite questions I'm gonna go with is gonna be, what is your favorite update overall? Like whether it's one item change or it's just a change in general. What is your favorite change? Or just update?
Yeah, we've talked about this off mic before, and honestly, I have zero idea of which update I liked best. I still am kind of like staying on the in pubs getting siphon per kill. That and mats. I
Yeah.
think that really that kind of made it kind of fun and is also like more rewarding per kill.
For sure. Alright,
I
Derek?
feel like my favorite update would be way back in like some of the earlier seasons where they made it to where you could build through structures. Like
Ooh.
if there was a lamp post right there and you were to try to build, that you couldn't build. But then they updated to make it to where you could build anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna use that one, but since you know it was taken, you know what I'm gonna go with where it automatically changes your mats. Cause that was a big issue, like, cause you know back in like the season where that wasn't a thing, if I was to get into a build fight, I'd be panicking, I'd be shaking in my boots. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I was back then I was a trash can, I was like I really was, and like if I was to get in a fight and I would only have like 5 wood walls, but I would use them and it wouldn't switch my brick automatically, I'd die. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm out of mats. When realistically I have 999 brick and metal, but it doesn't automatically switch.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. I'm happy they removed double pumps because it was kind of ridiculous that there's supposed to be this cooldown with pumps that like you weren't supposed to shoot it immediately after. And the upside of that is it would do more damage. But like since double pump was added, it was basically unstoppable, and if you were to get in a fight with somebody that knew how to use the technique correctly, it was game over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's a very
especially at the
unpopular
time
opinion.
Especially at the time where literally right after, maybe like 1 or 2 seasons after double pump was taken off, literally you had blue pumps doing 200 damage, and then
Yeah.
purple and gold doing more. So I think double pump was just a thing that was good where it was. I don't think it belonged in any other time in the game.
I mean, the times where the purple and gold pump were here, and blue pumps just did 200 damage, I feel like that was the best time for pumps, like, while they were added. That was pumps, like, that was my favorite time pumps were added.
For sure, the
Yeah.
purple and gold ones, yeah. Now, what is your least favorite update or your most hated? And we can only use one per person because I know what we all want to say. We all know what we really want to say here, but only one person gets to keep it. So we're gonna start with Derek.
Alright. Let's get started. So, mechs.
Oh
Let me
god.
tell you. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you a little story about these necks.
Mechs? I'd rather be stuck in a hospital that had a machine to make it to where I could breathe than play it with mechs.
Oh
It
god.
was cancer in a nutshell. It shot 10 rockets at you, 50 damage each. It was homing missiles. It had a turret on the side. It was like a walking Apache helicopter, except better.
Except better.
It was, and then even the nerf, it was stupid. And they could jump and boost, and then you could glitch around the map with them, and it was ridiculous.
My least favorite update, since he took one of the best ones to use, if it's not gonna be zombies, it's gonna be the new map. And I say the new map is because like when they started with this new map, they they made it like 30% water or whatever. And one thing I do like about the new map is that you can actually jump off the sides. Like if you fell off the side on the old map, you were dead, deleted from the existence. But
Deleted.
deleted from the existence. You're backspaced out of existence. But no, one thing I like they didn't have mobility, and like I understand that maybe they want to drop like the high, like they don't want people dropping 50 kill games or like 40 kill games, 30 kill games, even 20 bombs. They don't want people dropping those. But the no mobility really like put me off on this map, and in all the water, like there's a ginormous lake in the middle. Like what are we to do there? Like if you are in a zone where like if you get broken down, it's so hard to get out of the water mid build fight.
I feel like an update that I would love to see come to Fortnite was is drivable cars. I feel like
No, I would not see it like that.
I would love that because like at least then there would be mobility across land. I mean boats somewhat, but like, come on.
Okay, but if we're gonna do drivable cars, I would rather something like the golf carts or the ATV,
Yeah,
the quad
that's what I
crashers
mean.
come back. I
That's,
don't want like a
yeah,
full enclosed SUV like what they have in Warzone.
yeah. I want a quad crasher, except like you can't like boost through the air and go across the map.
But they're never
Yeah.
gonna. The problem is like Epic will never be able to predict what we're gonna do with an item that they add in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They with shadow bombs they would have never predicted 72 hours jumping through a stacked endgame for almost a minute straight. They never would have predicted that, and it's not like I'm
Yeah.
not calling them stupid or anything. It's just they cannot like no one's gonna be able to predict what we're all gonna do with a certain item. What metas will be brought out.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people have different ideas with different things, and
100%.
people made ideas with certain things that I probably would have never thought of, like flying in the air with a quad crasher,
Oh
or
yeah.
just not even touching the ground with shadow bombs. Like, no,
And
I
not
never
even just
thought about
not
that
even just
until I
that like
saw people do it.
yeah, or even just look at what they did with claw crashers with building a cone, and you could just go flying through the air.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even
They,
not boosting, you would
they
just
kind
like
of.
spin out of control.
I actually wonder how like people actually find stuff like that, like game breaking glitches, where it could like fly a boat or go back to the spawn island.
Too much
Actually,
time on their hands.
people have too much time on their
That's
hands.
really what it is.
Yeah.
Like people have too much time on their hands, and yeah. Well, we're gonna
I
let
think my
Patrick.
least favorite time before my least favorite time was before they added slipstreams and stuff, like, in that time period. Right before that happened, there was zero, and I mean zero mobility.
Yep.
No
Oh.
launch pads, no ballers. They took all that off in one patch, and
And then they added mix.
And then they
and it
added Max. Yeah.
that grieved so many drops in so many places, because like circles would be randomized, and you wouldn't know where it is, and then when you find out, you're like, holy smokes.
Yeah, back in with trios where our landing spot was Happy Hamlet, and then Circle would be at if, what was it, Junk Junction,
Yes.
and that's like where it starts. So we have to run
That's a
literally
real
across
Yeah,
the
job.
map.
Spawn
We didn't even
Island.
need nobody to
Yeah, the
grief us
circle's a
for
spawn
it to
island.
die.
Literally edge of zones on spawn islands. There's a barrier stopping me from going.
We're getting griefed before people were
Seal off.
griefing us, really.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's like they added the most OP item in the game and then made it to where there's no way to run away from it.
Oh, Max.
Wait, you can't run away from a mech. Launch pads? Oh, get out of here.
Get out of here!
Oh,
Those missiles
I mean,
will
there
catch you.
was hoverboards, but like, eh,
They didn't really stop anything.
yeah. All you gotta
Not
do
really,
is
no.
get out and shoot.
Not even just that; they can just chase.
Yeah.
And the missiles, if the guy stops on the hoverboard, they'd still catch up to him.
And plus,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
had like how much health?
Oh
Like,
God,
like
it was like
3,000?
1,000,
Well over
right?
2,000.
Like it was like 2,000, 3,000. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It
It was like
was.
3,000, then they nerfed it to like 2,500. Barely anything, really.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they nerfed ballers harder than they did necks.
Honestly.
Let me tell you, bro. When I saw that helicopters were coming into the game, my heart dropped because I thought it was just gonna be shooting missiles and
Yeah.
everything.
I'm glad
I'm
what they
I thought
actually
they
did
were
with the
gonna
so
have
helicopters.
built-in
happy
miniguns
there's no
into them,
weapons.
and that would have been so bad if they like had
Yeah.
built-in guns in them. Oh my god, that would have been terrible.
It would be stronger than a wish from a 5-year-old on Christmas Eve.
Be stronger than the witch from Ted, where he wished his best friend to come to life. Damn it! Now I have to put that in the video. Stop it. There's gonna be a lot of editing going on at 3 a.m. tonight.
Nice.
Have fun, Jaybird.
No, it's me.
Oh God.
Exactly. They're terrible. I have to go around looking for all these clips. I don't even know how to edit like that. We're gonna figure it out.
Might as well.
I mean, yeah, good practice, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like we should let Patrick take over with the topics from this point on.
All right. So now the topics being discussed from now on are now Fortnite related. And
Yeah.
I have these written in an order, but I'm not gonna say it in the order. I want them to one to lead up to another. So I think my first topic, relationships. All right. Be prepared, boys, because some people here don't have good relationship experiences. Can't say who, but anyway. All right. So in this relationship, I have first question. Do you guys believe in finding the right person, but at the wrong time?
Yes, 100%.
Um.
100%. And I say that for the sheer fact that after a relationship, it takes definitely time to heal. And you'll find the right person when you are personally ready for a relationship and she is not. And then
Yeah.
she is just like heartbroken over a relationship. Because the generation we live in for dating, horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. It's so hard to find a woman that's not heartbroken over her first love or just heartbroken in general forever. And just like,
Yeah, and
who are
she
not
could be
saying all
amazing
men
to
are
you,
crap.
but like you're just not. But she's just not ready for you yet.
Exactly. And you guys, and you both of you know that you're not ready. Well, no, that she's not ready or that someone's not ready because her ex or your ex messed you up.
Yeah,
That's what's going on in my love life right now.
I feel. I don't think Derek has to say in this.
I was kind of waiting for him to put input into this. You got something over there, buddy? I see smoke coming out of your ears.
Yeah. Let me just pretend my mic was muted.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
like I don't feel like saying anything I was talking about. So next.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll get next.
Now, how to? What do you guys think is the best way? How to get over an ex? Things to do just to make you forget about
I feel like
the negative stuff that happened.
again, like I don't have that much experience with this, but I feel like if I did, it would be like doing some stuff that I like really enjoy. That would just take my mind.
Yeah,
take my
like
mind off of
get a hobby, join a rec league, or something. I don't know. Play some
Join a cult, whatever.
basketball.
No,
Go to
Clean your
AA.
bathroom.
go to AA for breakups.
And invest in real estate.
Invest in real
Find the
estate.
batteries to your TV remote.
Yeah, find the batteries. Find a back to your TV remote. You know,
Actually know what
Clean your
that
bed or
switch on the
something.
wall. Finally find out what that switch on the wall actually turns on.
Oh, play Fortnite.
Become good at Fortnite, yeah. No, for breakups, I definitely one thing I completely and like truthfully believe in is blocking that person from everything. Like, if you could think
Yeah.
about something that you ever gave them as contact information, block them. Listen, I'm a very my block list is very long when it comes to this stuff, and you will never see the unblock words coming on my phone. But people want to keep their exes unadded and everything. If it is a bad end to your relationship, please block them. Because the next guy that wants to be with you doesn't want to hear how your ex texted you. Why do you have him unblocked if he did so many bad things to you? Block him on
Yeah.
everything. If it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace, Tumblr, Reddit, Email.
Okay. Oh my god.
Hotmail.
AOL.
Take him off Skype, you know?
Take them off
Just
Skype.
mail.
Take them
Mail
off
in
Kick.
general.
Re-download Kick and block them on it.
Tell them to get rid of your address so they can't mail you letters.
Honestly.
And
Like,
if you have some type of access to see them or like what they're doing, just get rid of that access.
Yeah,
it's
like-
it'll recreate some bad memories, and I don't think that people just aren't emotionally like stable for that, especially if it ends in a bad way.
not at all. Because, like, a lot of relationships nowadays do really end in a bad way. Because people don't know how to treat women. Like, men
Yeah.
don't. And if we do, then we're called simps.
Yeah, it goes both ways too. Like even women doing bad things to men.
100%.
Like if somebody does you wrong, or if something happens where it has to end, don't don't let yourself have access to whatever they got. That'll just recreate the bad memories, and it'll also like make it bad for the next person. Like if you're just stuck. Yeah, I've
100%.
seen it happen to people. It's happened to me. Like it's not there.
No, it's not. Especially not for the next guy that actually wants to, or even the next female that actually wants to, try making you happy and everything. But you're just not ready because you're still stuck on your ex because you keep seeing him post on his Instagram. And you're stalking him on 3 different alts. It's just like, and hard breakups, just like if they listen to, like if they play a certain song or like sing a certain song a lot, stop listening to it. If like you and her or you and him went to a certain burger joint a lot, stop going for a while until you are physically able to like make memories with somebody else there, or just completely forget about them.
Yeah. Now, things not to do to get over an ex. What should you not do?
See him in
'Cause we
person.
already Yeah.
100%. Don't see him in person.
If you are able to see somebody in person, if there's a place that you guys both go to often, don't go there anymore. Even if you like the place, it's just not worth.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like because a lot of people will be like, oh, when they break up, oh, hey, let me just have one more conversation with you in person, and then they end up having sex and they're together again for another week.
Yeah.
That's no. Things not to do. Show up unexpected at their doorstep. Don't stalk them. Don't think about them. Thinking about them horrible.
Just don't them, you know?
Yeah, them. Like it just distance yourself.
Yeah, and I think one thing you shouldn't do, don't take it to social media.
Oh,
Let other
100%
people
no.
involved in your business.
No, 100%. Keep your love life as private as you can. Like if you want to post that person and be like you love her and everything, that's cool, fine and dandy. Don't show them when you're fighting. Show them when you're happy, not when you're fighting.
And people will like, and that just means more people will take different sides, and you're just gonna have 2 groups of people going at each other for somebody who aren't really relevant, you know?
Exactly. That's why I will never start a YouTube with a female. And it's not for the sheer fact that like I don't want to. 1, that's more guys in her DMs. I'm a very jealous person. 2, if we get into an argument or into or if we just like break up, a lot of people like the sides are gonna be split, the fan base is gonna be split, and like if you get really big to a point, like the biggest YouTube couple, I don't know who they are, but like if they break up, like what Eliza and David Dobrik did, happy to get as fuck together, and look what happened when they split up. They're still good friends, but they're split up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it was a big thing on Twitter and Instagram. It's a bigger thing than the purple and green alien gang. Purple gang, by the way. And he has his mic muted, so he can't say nothing.
He lagged out.
No, he didn't lag out. His parents called him, so it's fine. We'll just continue without him.
Be like that.
He'll
Alright.
stare at us.
Now,
Weirdo.
looks or personality? And you gotta say why.
Personality, 100%. I'd rather fall in love with someone's personality that they keep throughout the years, so I can actually grow old with that person and be goofy with them for the years, than to find out and then fall in love with someone's looks and then they become ugly when they hit their 40s.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not gonna say I have a definite answer. I'm not backing off. Podcast, by the way.
And podcasting. All right. GG's Derek Davis. Cutting that part out. We might be at 50-15. All right. Two-person podcast now.
I knew it was gonna end up being like this.
All right. So, back to our... Yeah, I'm definitely going to say 100% personality. Looks isn't even an option to me.
I'm not even gonna say that I have a definite choice between the two. Because, look, if you're out and about and you approach somebody, you're approaching them because they look good.
100%.
But what defines it is what the personality comes with those looks. That will determine whether you keep talking to them or just walk away.
That's true. Damn. But like, if I was to just choose, I would definitely go personality.
Yeah, because I think the looks is just reels you in, but the personality determines whether you stay with them or not.
Yeah, looks is like falling in love with looks is a lot more of a losing end deal than falling in love with personality.
Yeah, looks get you interested, personality keeps you there.
100%. Now, hey, I'm gonna do a good one. I'm gonna throw a good one in there. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Love at first? No. I believe in love at first conversation, though.
Yeah, I believe in love in first dates. Like, you could actually, like, if that date goes really well and you guys have a really good time, and you've already really liked that person, 100% you could be in love.
Because I feel like love by looking at somebody is more of a movie thing, but I think, like, when you have that first conversation, depending on how that goes, that determines whether you actually, like, fell in love or not.
100%. I'm going to say, yeah, like, certain people, I'd be like, damn, I really want to, like, you know, shoot my shot with just how she looks. Like, damn, I feel like it was just based off, like, how I looked at her and how she looks. Like, in her eyes, you could see, like, damn, bro, like, if me and her get in a relationship, it'd probably be bomb as hell.
Yeah, facts.
Like, that's... I mean, I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in love after first date. But, like, you don't tell that person that. You don't tell them that you're in love now.
You gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah,
because really, people really actually choose, like, early on whether they actually, like, really are catching feelings or not. But they just don't admit it until later.
Yeah, until it's, like, way too late.
Yeah, either too late or it could be right timing.
It's rare for the right timing in my situations.
Well, yeah, you know, that's just you, buddy.
Oh, I am unlucky. You and I both know that.
All right, so I think that concludes the relationship part of this topic. But now, next topic, being a simp.
Oh God. Before we go deep into this topic, what is your definition of a simp?
All right. My definition of a simp, and I've been, like, enlightened about this, but, like, I'm not gonna say I fully agree with it, but I think what I interpret it to be is, like, being a simp is when you're doing the absolute most for somebody who is not interested in you. That's what I think being a simp is.
Okay.
Feel me?
See,
doing the absolute most for somebody who's completely not interested. Like, let's just say a girl, like, you think is super, like, bad and all that. Like, you can't just, like, message them every 1 or 2 days trying to get a conversation out of them. Like, they just don't like you, man.
Yeah.
You know, move on.
I agree with that, but I'm gonna add on. I'm gonna take yours. I'm also gonna add on to it because I also, like, agree with, like, she could be hella uninterested, and you can go with I'm actually gonna just crouch because of the movement. But, like, people who we'll take a Twitch streamer for chance. Pokimane. You know, she's obviously very cute, and a lot of people simp over here, like, donating $3,000 just for her to say your name. And, like, freaking out when it happens. That's kind of a simp move. Or just being like, oh, I want to drink her bathwater. Like, that's not only just creepy, but it's also, like, just crazy, like, nasty. And, like, falling in love, like, being in love with people that you don't know, simping,
Mhm.
doing the absolute most for someone just like someone that's not interested, like showing up at their job with flowers and just like sending them gifts that like stuff like that. Not their birthday or anything, but they just
Just yeah, just like, dude, like with my sister has had a lot of simps in her life. We used to live in an island off of Massachusetts, and
in
we went to this
Boston.
church.
Yeah,
We went to this church. Well, I mean, we were congregated at a church that my dad was leader of, and there was this one guy who was deeply in love with my sister. And even after we moved the actual state, the dude would come, take a boat from the island to the state, come to our doorstep, drop off a life-size teddy bear with flowers just for my sister.
yeah.
And there was one time where he came over the house, and when my sister wasn't home yet, this dude was sniffing her pillows. And
Wait?
we're
How did he get in the house?
because we were friends with him, so my mom let him in. But I mean, like, we didn't. we my mom caught him sniffing her pillows and stuff, and it was super weird. Like,
That is very creepy.
ugh, that's super simp, like, especially because this dude, my sister was not interested. She didn't think the dude was cute at all, and the things he was doing was just like, okay, calm down, buddy. It's just super weird. But leading on to the next
Hey,
question.
I have breaking news.
Yeah, yeah,
Boys, we have breaking news. So Backspace was getting yelled at by his parents because he was not hungry and did not want to eat dinner. So so the router got unplugged until Sunday.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, today is currently Thursday. So I just want to point that out. So breaking news, got to put that as an overlay.
Great
It's
job.
gonna be some great. This is gonna be a great editing stream after this video, after this podcast. I hope you tune in.
Tune
All
in
right.
for next week's podcast. We find out how he's doing.
We're still on the same podcast, editing the same video.
Tune in next podcast to see his side of the story.
Yeah, we'll ask him these questions next week.
Now, next question.
Oh
On
God,
season.
we got
Now.
real serious. Dun dun
So,
dun.
so you're doing the same. You're doing the same actions, right? But
Okay.
this time, the girl is you're already like your girlfriend. Is that really being a simp, or are you just being a spontaneous boyfriend?
It depends. I'm gonna say it depends, and I'm gonna say it
On.
depends to a point, like how far you guys are into a relationship, and like
Hmm.
also is she doing spontaneous things back? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna
I
say that
think.
for sure because like if you're buying her an iPhone 10 plus X plus or whatever iPhone 11 Max, whatever's the newest iPhone, week in just to be quote unquote spontaneous, then that's doing too much. Or just like planning a trip to Bora Bora within a 2 week of a relationship, not for a specific thing, just like and you don't got it like that, like money wise. If you don't got it like that, then that's being a simp in my opinion. Or like even doing just like being spontaneous, like going on cute dates and everything, or even like flowers here and there, like randomly. I don't say that's a simp. And like really being a spontaneous boyfriend, no, it's not a simp in my eyes. But it definitely depends on how long the relationship has been. 6 months, it's always good to be spontaneous. A woman will like that a lot more than before she
Yeah.
likes somebody who's just dry and boring.
Yeah. And I've known people like in high school. I knew this one girl, and bro, she was doing nothing but talking to somebody, and they talked for maybe like 6, 7 months.
Oh my
And for
god.
his birthday, she got him an expensive jersey, like a Miami Heat jersey,
Yeah.
bought him AirPods, and then gave him like $50 cash. And they weren't even dating yet. And literally, like probably like a week or two later, like he was on some other stuff with some other people,
Oh god.
that on her part, she was being a simp,
That is 100% being a simp.
a
Simp.
big simp.
I
So
agree with
how
that.
about you wait till it's established for you guys to do something?
I have never really gone overboard for someone's birthday. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
Nah.
call me a jerk, but I'm not the guy that breaks up before the birthday just so I don't have to buy her anything. No, I'm not that guy. but I'm not gonna go. I've never had a relationship that really lasted that long. So, so like deep into a relationship, it's like, and it's her birthday. Like I'll take her on a cute date, like
Yeah.
maybe some flowers. I'm not gonna go all out and like buy her a fucking diamond ring or a diamond necklace. None of that. No.
Yeah. That's kind of simping, to be honest.
100%. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you get a significant other's name tattooed on you?
Nope. No.
Same.
No.
Not the fucking
No.
slightest. Pardon my language.
No.
Can't believe.
Because like, bro, because I think a relationship with somebody, like a dating type of relationship or even married,
Yeah.
those can end.
100%.
And look at you. You have their tattoo on you. It's almost stuck forever unless you have the money to take it off.
Which is a lot.
And I feel like any type of relationship that should be tattooed on you is like you with like maybe
Your
your
mother.
kids or your mother,
Yeah, kids, family. And I
Yeah,
still don't agree
like-
with that.
even blood family. But I mean, like if like I wouldn't get. I love her, but I wouldn't get a tattoo of my girlfriend's name on me at all.
I wouldn't even get a tattoo of Rihanna's name.
That's kind of being a simp.
That's 100%. No, I'm saying like if she would say tattoo my name on your skin and we'll be together. Nah, we good.
Nope. It's weird. There's a girl on my social media and her ex-boyfriend now, by the way, while they were like together, he had got a tattoo of her name on like his wrist or some shit.
I mean,
Now they're not together.
you could definitely do something small like initials. That's something like you
No,
can.
it was her name.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
it
you
was-
could do something small like initials, and like you can have like a tattoo artist like not cover it up, but like change it to something else. Like letters are so easy to turn into actual artwork.
Yeah.
Like I know people that can take the letter J and just turn it into a beautiful tree. So like that,
Yeah.
I still don't agree with it in the slightest. But like, if you're gonna do it, do something small.
But if you do it, make sure it's changeable.
100%. And like talk to that tattoo artist first. Be like, hey, like pull him to the side. Be like, hey, if things don't work out, are you gonna be able to like change this into something else that kind of looks cool or whatever? Like patch this up a little bit.
Yeah. For this next topic, we're gonna get a little spice-a-rooney.
Oh God, not the
Little
spicy Rooney.
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh God.
Some Louisiana Peppers, you know?
Oh God. Not finger looking good no more.
No. Threesomes.
Oof.
So, if you're in a relationship, right,
Okay.
should it be a one-time thing or semi-regularly? Like scheduled almost?
Me personally, I don't really agree with threesomes.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I mean, I'm
And-
gonna be so honest with you. I don't like sharing. Not in the fucking
Yeah,
slightest. I
me
don't care if it's two females or two guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and another
And
guy.
if they are gonna do it once.
Yeah,
just to say that you did it.
yeah,
you
just for the just to get it off your bucket list, I guess. But
But if you're like doing it at, like every once in a while, multiple more than once, really.
then you're just in an open relationship, basically.
Yeah, and I don't think that should even be a thing. Open
No.
relationships like that.
No, I mean, let them do them. Like, if they want to have an open relationship, for sure, go ahead, go crazy, go stupid.
Yeah, I mean, shit, do what you gotta do. But now,
would I be a part
Let's
of an
see.
open relationship, even if I'm the third person? Not in the slightest.
nope.
I hate sharing. I don't want to walk into my house one day and Johnny over there, it's his turn with the wife.
No, it's just like, yo, Johnny, get out my house, you know.
y'all, it's an open relationship. Y'all living together.
Now, so your girl,
Okay.
she heavily insists that she wants another guy in it. What would you think of that?
That sounds like cheating. 100%.
I think it is too.
Heavily insisting like
would-
you just want to have sex with that guy at that point.
Yeah, on like, it kind of just means that she's dissatisfied with your performance. She doesn't like how you're doing. You're not really dribbling the ball the right way, you know.
Yeah,
laying it up like
you're not putting the ball in the basket correctly.
Yeah, you're not really dunking it. You're just kind of going over the hoop at that point.
All right, so next question on the podcast: how do you feel about cock rings?
1 hour,
Alright,
4 minutes, 40 seconds.
We're cutting that part out. All
All
right.
right. Thanks, Israel, for making more editing. I hate myself as it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like, if you're not really dribbling the ball the right way, she should tell you. Get
100%.
some classes. You know, take a
Communicate. If
class.
you're not making her climax at least 3 times, give up.
Yeah, go to a seminar. Go to school. I don't know. Do something.
Yeah,
Make yourself better.
learn. Yeah, 100% learn. Like, even if,
Yeah.
like, you climax early, that's cool. Please.
do do something. The show must go on. You know.
Yeah, the show must go on. Like, make sure she is satisfied.
Yeah.
Cause
Now,
I can count on, I can't even count on both hands how many times I've been told, like, by a female that her ex didn't finish the job.
oh yeah, I've heard that countless times.
Yeah,
Countless.
like
And it's kind of sad to be honest.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Now we're gonna veer off from that spiciness.
yeah, that's a little bit of spiciness going on, my
Now,
boy.
my next topic is gonna be the last topic for me.
Okay.
Politics for dummies.
Oh God.
Because we, as young people, we don't really know a lot about that stuff. We don't really know details about politics. But, so, do you think your vote really counts?
No, 100. It doesn't. Not in my opinion. No. And I say that because we have electoral votes.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Our states have electoral votes, meaning that it's literally somebody else's vote that's counting. Like, technically
Yeah,
it is us, but technically it also isn't.
and especially if you're in a highly populated area for like in voting, it more likely than not, if you're on the losing side and you're still trying to vote, thinking it'll make a 180, it won't.
No,
It might as well just not vote at that point.
100%. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't really think that, like, people should 100% vote, but I don't think we should have electoral votes.
yeah. I think it should be the actual people.
Yes, I know it'll take a long. Sorry, high DPI there. It'll take it will take a lot of time to, like, count up each vote because we have, what is it, like, over a billion people in the United States. I'm retarded. I mean dumb. Don't mind me.
There's like 300 million, but anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
300 million people. Yeah, it will take time, but, like, then we got on it. It would really only be like 200 million people that are actually voting because you got to count in the children who are under 18, and you also have to count in the people who are not allowed to vote because they're felons, or even
And
other
also the people
reasons.
who just simply just don't want to.
Yeah, and then that
Really.
was my next one. And people who don't want to. So we're gonna say 150 to 200 billion people, which is a lot of people nonetheless. But we have the technology to have people count them. Go make it a
We have
website.
we have the utilities for it. Might as well
100%.
just do it.
Just like
Yeah.
we have enough technology to frost an entire Pop Tart, but we still don't.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't even realize when I said it at first.
I was like, yo, what? Hold on, Pop Tarts.
Well, we don't have there's not enough frosting, man. I'm a big guy. I want the entire tart frosted. All right, now
No.
we're gonna go away for politics because that's. Wait, do you have another politics one?
It's nothing important, but I just wanted to ask: do you think the American dream is really a real thing?
What is the American dream?
Well, that's the complicated part about it. They said
Can I
the
do a quick
American
Google
dream,
search?
and with in most people, the American dream is really, oh, you grow up in school, you graduate, go to college, get a successful job, make a lot of money. That's the typical
Then
quote
no,
unquote American dream.
then no, because not everyone like. Do people get to live out the quote unquote American dream? Sure, but a lot of people don't because of their, like, living situations.
Yeah, and like, and these people, it's people that think their vote counts too. Who are extremely patriotic and as well as that they're successful too. And I don't think it's a real thing. I honestly just think it's a made up thing made by the masses.
Yeah,
It's not not really super, not really an actual dream. And
you'll take a high school full of 300,000 people. It's a good amount of people right there, right?
yeah,
2% will live out the American dream.
yeah, the quote
2%.
unquote American dream.
Yeah,
And
the quote
I just
unquote.
don't feel like it's a real thing because, with a dream, you have to be asleep to believe it. So.
I dislike you so much for that sentence. So much. Don't ever speak.
Bro,
But you know what? I think this podcast is speaking solo from this point on.
Really? No,
It's
it's a
gonna be me
dream for a
coming up with
reason.
topics and talking.
Like it's called a dream for a reason. You're sleeping. It's just it's
That's
nothing but a dream.
no, a dream doesn't have to be sleeping in my eyes, but you do you. Um, now here's a good
Alright.
question: if you became rich tomorrow, would money change your lifestyle drastically, or would you kind of live just a little bit better off or similar?
I I'm not really the type who likes to um make like quote unquote show off what I got because I have it. It's kind of like all people will know that I'm well off, but like, and the only reason I would show anything is just because I am super proud of the achievement that I got out of it. But I I don't think I would try to change my lifestyle super drastically just because of the fact that I have a lot of money.
Yeah, I'd probably honestly, if I became rich tomorrow, the biggest thing I'd probably do, other than moving out and like getting my own place, would be, and I'd probably still get a roommate, probably like one of my homeboys, like you or Derek. Like
Yeah.
I'd probably get like a roommate, still. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even have to ask them to pay bills if I have it like that, but I'd still make them make money. Honestly, like the biggest scam I would do is like I'd still be like, hey, I need you to pay your half of bills, and I would just save that money for them.
Mhm.
Just like, oh, hey, Will, here's my half of the bills this month. All right, cool. That shit's on auto pay. That shit was paid a long time ago. But
Yeah.
they still give me that half, and I just put that shit in a bank account, so they can't make stupid decisions. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
something definitely I'd do with more Derek than you, 100%.
Mhm.
Because you're smarter than me with money. But no, if I had money tomorrow, I could be the richest person in the world. People would not know. I'd still work a job. I want to work as many hours as I do now, or did before coronavirus. I'd still work a job. I'd probably still work Cracker Barrel too.
Yeah. I don't think that like I don't think I would be the type to live a flashy, show everybody what I got lifestyle.
I'd
It's
still be
I
rocking
don't.
slides and joggers everywhere.
Yeah, I think us being in our current living situations with the both of us, I think having a lot of money like suddenly would give you a chance to humble yourself, like make a decision. Like, do you really think you should show this off to people? Really, you think it's worth it? I just think if you're in our situation, not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, or anything, I just think you should humble yourself
100%.
if
I
you
don't think you
if you
should
got
go
money.
out spending money. Crazy. My
Especially
biggest purchase,
showing it to other people and making yourself almost like a threat to those who are under you.
100%. My biggest purchase would probably be a gaming PC. A nice
Yeah,
one too. That would probably be my biggest purchase right now, other than like I said, moving out.
yeah. I think my biggest thing would probably be like a car and some equipment for my studio that I have right now.
Yeah,
Like,
and like actually turn this podcast into like a real life, sitting in a room with actual mics, headphones, stuff like that.
honestly, I think I'd rent some property just so that we can make it strictly for podcasting if I
100%.
have the money for it.
I mean, a house with you, me, and Backspace would be lit.
Yeah,
Actually,
honestly,
I think I would backhand Backspace a couple times a day. Hey, Backspace, are you in a tournament right now?
yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding. It's all out of love with that kid.
Always.
Nah, that kid. But I think that's what we're gonna call it an end, folks. It's been a long podcast, and we're gonna do another one next week. Hopefully, our third third person here doesn't leave.
Hopefully, the third wheel of the Tresco doesn't come off again.
Yeah, oh god. Hopefully, the training wheels don't come off again. Definitely leave
Cause
some
like,
ideas for titles. Right now, I think we're gonna do Scuffed Cast or something like that. You know.
yeah, Give us some name ideas or give us some more topics to talk about. I
Oh,
mean,
We can't
topics.
think of everything.
Give us criticism. Tell me how like, we can make it better. Like even if we're gonna keep it like where we're just sitting here looking at each other, we can definitely make like a better podcast room where we're not talking into blood bags.
yeah, and let.
You tried with what he got.
And if you're gonna give us criticism, don't talk about how Backspace just griefed us by leaving. But
Oh god, we're getting griefed hard in a console FNCS.
honestly, but yeah, I think that'll do it for us. I think we did pretty good.
Oh, it was 100%. Bro,
First podcast, we got it.
my
Yeah.
mic's been muted this whole time on the recording. I'm joking.
Oh my. Oh my god.
No,
bro.
I'm joking. I've
got
checked that.
off
I checked that so many times. There it is. I hope you have a great night.
I dropped.